treatment of special items of non-trading, non-profit organizations. There are certain items of non-profit organizations whose treatment depends on the conditions given in the question, whether these items are treated as revenue or capital, and what amount is to be transferred to the capital income expenditure account, or whether it is transferred to the balance sheet, depend on the conditions given in the question. So these are some questions relating to these special items. Question number 1: how are the following items in the accounts of how are the following items shown in the accounts of non-profit organization? Few items are given. We have to decide about its treatment. Tournament fund 50,000, tournament expenses 15,000, and receipts from tournament 20,000. Usually tournament expenses are revenue expenses and they are transferred to the expenditure side of income expenditure account. But in this case, a special fund has been created for this purpose, so its treatment will be different. Now tournament expenses will not be transferred to income expenditure account, rather it will be adjusted in the tournament fund. All funds are liabilities, so its treatment will be done in the balance sheet. So on the liability side of balance sheet, tournament fund, amount is 50,000 rupees. Additional amount received for this purpose, for the purpose of tournament, is 20,000. So plus receipts from tournament, is 20,000. So total fund in hand is tournament fund in hand is 70,000. So the tournament expenses will be adjusted in this fund. So from 70,000, 15,000 spent on tournament expenses. The balance tournament fund is 55,000 rupees on the liability side of balance sheet. Question number 2: from the following information of a club, show the amount of match expenses and match fund in the appropriate financial statements of the club for the year ended on 31st March 2016. Match expenses paid during the year 1,02,000. Match fund on 31st March 2019 24,000. Then donation for match fund 40,000, and proceeds from sale of match tickets 15,000. We have to decide the appropriate financial statement where these items will be adjusted. Usually match expense is a revenue item and should be transferred to income expenditure account. But in this case, a special fund has been made for this purpose of the matches, so all the treatment of expense, match expense, will be done on the liability side of the balance sheet. So on the liability side of balance sheet, we have a match fund of rupees 24,000. We have also received donation for this purpose. And we have also received money from the sale of match tickets. So total match fund we have is 79,000 rupees. This is for the purpose of match fund of 79,000 rupees. Match expenses paid during the year is 1,02,000 rupees. We have spent 1,02,000 in the form of match expenses, but we have fund available only of 79,000 rupees. So out of these 1,02,000 rupees, match expenses of only 79,000 rupees will be adjusted, and match fund balance in match fund will be nil. The remaining match expenses which are not adjusted from match fund because match fund was not available, that is 1,02,000 minus 79,000, that is 23,000, will be treated as revenue and transferred to the income and expenditure account. On the expenditure side, two match expenses, 23,000 rupees. Out of 1,02,000, 79 adjusted in the match fund in the balance sheet, and the balance transferred to the income expenditure account, match expenses. Question number 3. How is entrance fees dealt with while preparing the final accounts for the year ended 31st March 2019 in each of the following alternate cases? Case number 1, case number 2. Entrance fees is a revenue item and is a source of income of the non-trading organization, so it is transferred to the income side of income expenditure accounts. In this case number 1, during the year ended 31st March 2019, a current year, entrance fees received was rupees 1 lakh. So in the income expenditure account, this is our case number 1. In the income expenditure account, on the expenditure side, by entrance fees rupees 1 lakh. Now case number 2. During the year ended 31st March 2019, entrance fees received was 1 lakh. Out of this, 25,000 was received from individual whose membership is not yet approved. So again, on the income side of income expenditure account, this is case number 2. By entrance fees, amount received is 1 lakh, out of which rupees 25,000 are received from those members whose membership is not approved. So minus 25,000, actual amount received by the club is 75,000 rupees.